Welcome to the Seeds of Discovery podcast, a space for exploring energy, intuition, and the deeper layers within. We're your hosts, Aileen Riley, Beth Blair, and Amanda McCaskill. Together, we guide conversations around Reiki, spirituality, astrology, and the subtle patterns that shape our lives, not as something to fix, but as something to witness, understand, and work in relationship with. This is a space for exploring your inner world, for noticing your patterns, your energy, and your natural rhythms so you can move through life with more awareness, intention, and alignment as you navigate the transitional pathways unfolding within you.
Okay. Whew. All right. Well, here we are back in Elaine's studio, with the girls, with the whiny girls. And we're learning a lot
We are
about podcast setup and that kind of thing. But this episode, we're going to talk about the fire horse, the year of the fire horse, the Lunar New Year. Where do you want to start with this? Because so many people are talking. And I'm thinking, Chinese New Year never used to be like that big a deal to other people. It's a big deal to me because of my interest in a lot of the Asian cultural things. Like, I don't know, Reiki and Feng Shui and
all of it. Yeah.
My interest in and your interest in astrology.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, this Lunar New Year has a lot of hype.
Yeah. Everybody's on board with this one.
Yeah. Even frickin' Build-A-Bear.
When you told me that blew my mind.
Okay. Now, maybe it's because of the things that are showing up in my feed. We talk Reiki. I like the Chinese New Year things. I follow a few people. Maybe it's that. But I was like, Build-A-Bear really has a fire horse.
That's crazy. And it's in a lot of advertising too. Like you see ads for, everybody's jumping on this fire horse, right?
Well, okay. So what do you think it is? Do you think it's from the astrological perspective, like the Western perspective of astrology?
Yeah.
All the big planetary shifts are happening, right?
And they're moving into Aries, which is like the fieriest fire sign. So it might be that everybody's truly feeling the transition that's coming, and they're wanting the transition that's coming.
Right. Yeah. People, so I asked the question to Chat GPT, right? I know some people aren't a fan of it, but hey, I asked, I'm like, what is the deal? Because I need to understand this.
Yeah.
And the answer was people are starving for a different clock. And I'm like, different clock. So, I always said that resolutions, when I was teaching Tai Chi classes, and I was doing it at the Y in Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
And when I was teaching classes, the beginning of the year, January, classes would be full. And all the regulars would piss and moan.
I could see that.
About the classes being full.
Yeah.
And I would say, give it till February. It'll get back to normal. Just let it be. And I think, so for me, the timing of the Lunar New Year versus, yes, my birthday is
New Year's Day.
But the timing of it being February versus January, it's moving you into a different energy of the season. It kind of follows more along with the traditional lunar calendar. So growth and stuff is happening, action is happening at the Lunar New Year versus January 1st.
Yeah.
When we're still stuck in winter, having snowstorms in North Carolina and all the like, right?
Yeah.
So there's that aspect, but it's also the energy is very different. We're coming out. Let's talk about our friend, the wood snake.
Yeah,
and from one of our regulars, I'm sorry, I am mentioning the word snake, and I'm going to say snake a bunch of times. And you know who you are. The wood snake, think about that. The wood snake, going from a year of a wood snake shedding wood. to a year of fire
Yeah.
and action.
Yeah.
So you got to take all of that from last year and throw it on the fire.
And use
And
that as
yeah,
kindling.
as
Yeah.
kindling. And you have to shed, like in this last part.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
last part.
Yeah.
This is the heart. This is the stuff that you might have to pry out of your hands to let go of. Like, hear me on that one.
Yeah.
You gotta let go of that stuff to move into the energy of the fire horse. You know, it's because the things that you truly are going to have momentum and movement and passion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Coming into the year of the fire horse. So, I mean, yes, there are reasons that people are chomping on the bit of the fire. It also matches the archetype of the horse and fire. So horse is freedom, which you would really like, Amber, right now. Horse is freedom and fire is action.
Yeah.
And we think of, without going political, without going environmental, without going mental,
Yeah.
we do want some action that is going to give us some more freedom in our lives.
Yeah.
And some of that freedom has to come from being yourself.
Well, you can't move as well when you're weighed down by stuff. Look, the image that's coming to mind is a pack animal versus a wild horse.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, like, do you want to carry that stuff around? Because it's only going to make it harder. It's going to make your journey harder. It's going to make it not as productive. And it's still going to be fiery.
Well, I love that. So that's okay. Well, okay. And so then tying back to the last episode, about not taking on the burdens, responsibilities of the other people, that is I'm stammering. That is the pack horse mentality. Like, I cannot carry that for you. I want to be moving and running and
And we can be running together. This is something we say a lot about our work because our work is so individual, but it comes together. We're individuals together.
Well, horses are herd, and I was going to say pack, but they're not packs, they're herd.
Yeah.
They're herd animals. And I was thinking about this morning leading up to coming here to record. I was thinking of watching wild horses run together.
Yeah.
And the navigation and the fluidness of the movement. And so when you as an individual work collectively for the greater good, so you are doing your stuff, you are walking your path, you are stepping on the land where you need to step, like the herd of horses moving.
Yeah.
Sometimes you step on the same place, sometimes you don't. But like, you're fluid, you're moving together. And if more people would embrace their work from the heart, right?
Yeah.
I think we would have a bigger collective shift. Now, talking about, we mentioned this in, we started to talk about Neptune in Aries in the last podcast.
Yeah.
I was fascinated by the placement of Neptune in Aries in human design because it falls into the GPS center, which is part of the heart center, right? There are two centers on the glyph. That is the heart, and it's the GPS. So it's the place of self-knowing. Okay. And it sits there. The gate is gate 25, and Neptune moves slow. Okay. So it's going to be sitting at this gate of universal love, innocence, and the spirit of the self for several years.
Yeah.
Okay, so think about that for a minute. Operating in the heart center elementally is fire, right?
Yeah.
Right, Lily. Yes, baby. Grown with me. But it's a place of purity of intention, unconditional love. It's about showing up unfiltered. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Core self though, like so where we are right now, like this is hurry up and get the work done.
Yeah.
Because shedding from the wood snake to that place of being your true core self can take you in a different direction. You can operate from a different energy, frequency, knowingness when you're not trying to carry everybody else's stuff.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I also asked why are people like jumping on the astrology board? Like it used to be fortune telling, identity labeling. It was a niche, spiritual wise. And now people are like embracing the language of self-reflection, pattern recognition. Okay. Really? Patterns exist?
Yeah. Yeah.
Permission to change was an interesting one.
I feel like people want direction.
They do.
And astrology gives them direction.
Right.
When I read, I've done a lot of the 2026 readings, going into this year.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, when you sit down with me, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know.
Right.
I'm not telling you anything that's not already on your heart. What I'm telling you or what I'm giving you is permission, I want to say, to do the thing because you already know it's there. I'm just reading your chart and letting you know this is a possibility.
Right. And here's like a spoiler alert. Like if people would realize like the role of a teacher, mentor, astrology reader is to mirror for you what you already know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's in there. It's in you because like, your astrology, your blueprint, your human design doesn't change per se, right? You're born with a blueprint.
Right.
You're influenced by the transits and the other people around you and stuff like that. And then you work to learn the lessons through that integration of what you're here to do.
Right.
But what happens is, tell me what to do. Tell me how to do it. Tell me how you do it.
Yeah.
How come I can't do it like you do it? Why does my art doesn't look like your art? Why do you pick these crystals? Why do you put these beads together? Why do you pull this deck versus that deck? Why is that one better than this? It's not.
No.
It's not like
everybody's energy is so individual and so different. And I think that's part of this fire energy coming in and everything coming into Aries. So Aries is about the self, which on the unhealed side can be selfish, but on the other side just means that you have your own authority over your own self, which means that you can't be influenced as much by other people.
Right.
Which is going to be huge going into this next chapter because Neptune coming out of Pisces, the delusions are breaking.
Exactly.
With AI and all this technology, we have other things happening astrologically that I won't get into that is going to expand that. But we're going to need a sense of self and a sense of our own direction.
Right.
Or else we are going to be led off.
Yeah.
On a path that's not ours.
Exactly. And so like one of the things that, okay, there's so much dropping into my head right now. I'm going, which way do I want to go? There is a way that information comes in. The reason it's out there buzzing in the collective, it's because the nervous system is saying something needs to change. Okay. you're caught in this overload. Your system is overloaded. Like, if you think about how much information we take in now a day, right? I'm sitting here right now, people, with 2 cameras, 2 computers, 2 monitors, microphones, couple cell phones. There are cards all over. There's all of this behind me.
Yeah.
I've got 2 dogs lit up. I've got Channel Elaine sitting next to me. Okay. There is so much information hitting my nervous system. And that is just inside this bubble of energetic goodness, right? I'm
Yeah.
not out in the world right now. I'm not scrolling social media. I am not watching the news. Okay. Yet all of this is getting filtered in through my nervous system.
Mhm.
When I step out this door, when I hop on myself, when I go to Walmart, if I dare,
Mhm.
I'm getting hit with all of that, and it's a different frequency than what
Yeah.
I'm sitting in,
Yeah.
right? Which this energy here, even with the girls when they were going crazy, I'm aligned to,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So what's happening now for people is nervous system is saying, I need something different. I need something more. I need to change. I'm thinking of changing jobs. I'm thinking of changing location. I don't want to do these kinds of things. I don't want to be responsible for all these people anymore, blah, 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 blah. Fill in the blank for you.
Yeah.
And so the planets are saying, buckle up, buttercup, because here we go.
Yeah.
You want change?
Change is coming.
Change is coming. And, oh, you have to trust, you have to learn to trust the momentum that's authentically guiding you. Okay.
Yes. Those gut instincts, the gut feelings
Yeah.
that we have almost trained our bodies to not think about, not look at, which now we're retraining. That's part of the Aries energy too. So I call Aries as like this is a terrible way to put it, but like the caveman. They are the first person, the first zodiac sign. So they are connected to that primal instinct that's within us.
Yeah, it's primal. It's
It is.
instinct. It's
Yeah. It's everything.
okay. And that's, okay. So again, we talk about our personal astrology because this gives you an understanding. If you know us
Yeah.
or if you listen to us, you can see
Yeah.
this is my moon sign.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my emotion. So my emotions a lot of times are,
Yeah.
and
Feel first, think later.
yeah, exactly. Move, be caveman.
Yeah.
Well, but it also then, okay, so now take the Aries energy, that fire, and let's come back to the horse for a minute.
Yeah.
Because inside of that Aries, right, inside of that fire energy, this year is the year of the horse. Horses are, by nature, very intuitive, very empathic, okay, graceful, fast, collectively living, okay? So think about that. Think about the groundedness of a horse when they're standing still. Like I told you before we started recording, the thought that came to my mind was my second husband used to say to one of our dogs, 4 on the floor, 4 on the floor, all the time, because it would be so excitable, 4 on the floor. And it is that much grounding that you need before you take off running.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to anchor yourself into those 4 feet on the floor of the horse.
Yeah.
And then make sure you're moving in the direction that you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that you brought up too. You were talking about the importance of going,
Yeah.
make deciding.
Yeah.
You know?
So, astrology talk.
Yeah.
I am a Pisces moon, which we're coming out of the Pisces energy into Aries. And as much as I love my Pisces self, I am ready for the Aries to come in.
What?
I know, because we need that momentum. We need that
Yes.
change.
Mhm.
And we need to come out of the wishy-washiness. And that's about the momentum and the movement and being decisive. I am also a Libra rising, which is
Ugh.
like the
Shiver.
combination. I know.
Shiver.
When we're talking about making decisions, I can't make a decision.
Mm.
Or I don't like to make decisions. We are
Mhm.
coming in a time where we have to make decisions, but they need to be based on our needs.
Right. Okay. And I'm going to say this, that this fire horse is not the horse that is coming to save you. It's not about believing in the energy of the horse in that regard. It's about recognizing yourself in it.
Yes.
Like collectively, we are all part of this energy.
Mhm.
So, how can you embrace and embody that energy of the horse? Like you're excited about it,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's opposite my energy. But I understand the value of what it's bringing in and the lessons that we've all been through, the past few years
Yep.
and what it's bringing in for us.
Right.
Yeah.
And our friend, the wood snake, Chinese medicine, the wood feeds the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow knowing, it's shedding, it's internal refinement, it's quiet discernment. And the fire horse doesn't arrive out of nowhere. It comes out of that cultivation of that work. So, like, here's the crib notes for this year of the wood snake. If you haven't done your work now, tick tock, get it done.
Yeah.
Purge, take all that stuff to Goodwill. I was looking environmentally, like, house-wise, not planet environment, but like living environment. What do you need to do to prepare for the fire horse? You need to clear pathways. So your hallways, your entryway, like have a clean shot in and out. Like don't let that be your dumping ground. And I was looking at my front door and I was thinking my coat rack is right there. And I'm thinking, I got to make that a little bit neater.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to make it so it doesn't feel so cumbersome right there.
Yeah.
I like my antique tree chair and it does take up part of the pathway there, but like if I can just smooth that out a little bit to create space for the flow of the energy to come in and out.
I like that.
Yeah. And think about like your hallways, like think about the art that you have in your hallway maybe to inspire you.
Yeah. That's a good, yeah. Now I'm thinking.
Yeah, see, I mean, TikTok, you still got time.
I got the Phoenix.
I like the Phoenix right there. Yeah, that works. And then what are you committed to in your self practice? Like as we're leaving the year of the wood snake, it isn't what didn't I finish, but it's more about what am I still holding on to that doesn't need to be? And then how is creating that space gonna open me? Like the hallway. So like when you think about like people say, well, what is why feng shui and why do you do? Because it's metaphor. So your environment is metaphor for you. And it always gets confusing when you live with multiple people and multiple pets and things like that.
Yeah.
But think about how would it be for a horse? I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah.
To move through your house. Is there enough room for them to turn around?
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Not with all this equipment around us.
No. Because I have too many horses.
I know. Well, there you go.
But yeah.
There you go. What else wants to come in? I think there's something.
I was thinking about something and then I lost it. I was thinking about the hallways and stuff like that. I don't remember.
Okay. Couple of points on letting go. Letting go without erasing.
Mhm.
Like, are you willing to learn the lesson? Are you willing to learn the lesson? Because, the lessons that I've learned in the year of the wood snake, I don't think I'd want to learn them through fire.
Ouch. Yeah.
Okay. And yet it's not about erasing any of it. You have to remember what the lesson is and what the experience was that got you to where you're moving forward.
It's using it as fuel.
Right.
For
exactly. And then, okay, we talked about the nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the body with this transition?
Yeah. I think that's going to be one of the hardest lessons that people are going to come to is learning. There's going to be a lot of headspace activation, and we have to learn how to get out of our heads and back into our bodies and how to balance the two.
Exactly.
Which is not, most of us, I'm going to say, is not our, what's the word?
Strong suit?
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Normalcy. Well, okay, here's a funny thing. So, I walk every day, right? I walk 2 miles every day. And maybe this is part of it because I'm just putting it together now.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter-in-law, my son and daughter-in-law, they have a new dog. And for her health reasons, we've had to keep the dog separate for a while. She was heartworm positive. She was going through treatment. So she had to be low key. Okay. My dog is not low key. Playing and that kind of thing is not low key. So now Kelsey has brought Salty. Salty Girl is
Love the name.
I love the name. Salty is my new grand dog. And so the past couple days, she's met me in the morning, okay, out of her comfort zone, getting up very early to meet me at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to walk. And it has made me walk more because now I'm walking 3 miles, over 3 miles, because I am walking pre-walk, trying to get some energy out of Miss Fiona.
Yeah.
And so now I'm thinking, okay, well, that is getting my body ready for this longer active time of the year of the fire horse. Because it really is more in the body. And I've had more noticings of things, as in walking with the 2 dogs. I'm feeling it more in my shoulder because I'm doing a lot more correction.
Okay. Yeah.
Somatically being aware of what's different. How do my feet feel on the floor? There's so much that comes into the practice of somatics, even breath. How am I breathing? How am I not breathing?
Yeah.
When I'm still in this phase of letting go of things, how am I holding onto that breath? I like this line. So the year of the fire horse, this is a year of clean fires, not scorched earth. Small and true flames that light the next step. So you're not building a bonfire,
Right.
You might be lighting a candle.
Yeah. And then that lights another candle.
Right.
It lights another candle.
Yeah, you might have luminaries versus bonfire. Yeah. I still feel like there's something lingering here. I don't know what it is.
The candle thing, when we were talking about the individually together, we can all light each other up and still keep it contained within our own container.
Right.
Contained within our own energy. The individuals coming together, like the horses, they are individuals. They run their own path, but they run together. Same with the candles and the flame. Because if we're lighting everybody up like a bonfire, it just spreads like wildfire. That's not what this energy wants to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be misguided or misinterpreted by a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Please don't bring your dumpster fire to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I think that's part of what actually, okay, so in truth, in this first part of the year, we may experience people bringing their dumpster fires to us.
Yeah.
They didn't do the work. And all of a sudden now Rome is burning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here's the hard truth. Hard truth. I can no more fix your dumpster fire. I can no more. And I'm saying that from a place of unconditional and universal love, because that is not my role. And that is a lesson that I have learned, that you have learned in the year of the wind snake. That is not our role, to carry these things that are not ours.
We can give you the fire extinguisher. We can give you the water and the tools.
I might point to where it is.
Yeah.
I might point to where it is. Say, it's over there, chapter 12. You know?
Yeah.
And that's going to create some unrest. Wait a minute, you're not going to do this for me? No. Whew.
It's going to be a big transition.
It is. And so the planets moving into Aries, okay, they are going to be there long after the year
of the fire horse. Yep.
Yeah, of the fire horse. Yeah.
So this is like an ignition point.
Right.
What's coming in and what's being ignited from everything that we've been through for the past couple years, 14 years.
Yeah.
So collectively in the astrology, we're going from a lot of earth and water energy into fire and air.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be spicy. So pretty much what we're telling you in this episode is to take care of the wood snake now. Take care of the stuff that you need to shed, because this is going to sound terrible. Everything's going to be set on fire. How big is your fire going to be?
Right.
You know, is it going to be the candle, or is it going to be the dumpster fire?
Yeah. On that note.
Okay.
On that note. Well, I think, okay, so here, I'm going to help you out a little bit, because, you know, that was a little dramatic, but it's
But
true.
that's what came into my head.
Okay, but it is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so in our next podcast episode, we're going to talk about some practices, some techniques that you can do for yourself.
We're not totally cutting you off.
Yeah, no.
We're like, here.
No. We're gonna give you some tools. We're gonna talk about those, because creating the practice is what's going to be key. And the next little bit is you cultivating your individual practice, setting your boundaries, working through your things, so that the collective frequency, you know, is the world lit up with luminaries that you can see from the heavens.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Until next time.
Thank you for being here with us. Take a moment to notice what resonated, what shifted, what opened, and what might be asking for your attention. This work isn't about having all the answers. It's about learning to witness yourself with curiosity, compassion, and presence as you move through your own transitional pathways. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and keep discovering.